Good afternoon. So we are now in the arts and its visual elements, okay? In order for us to understand how to describe a painting or a sculpture, it is important for us to know first the elements of arts, okay? The line, the shape or the form, the space, the value, color, and texture. And we are going to explain that one by one on the following slide. Now, we are going to start with the line. Okay, so line refers to a prolongation of a point or a mark on a surface. So, solid lines used to define forms, while the broken lines used to suggest hidden forms. Okay, so lines often define the edges of a form, and lines can be horizontal, it can be vertical, it can be diagonal, straight or curve. It can also be thick or thin. Okay, so that is line. Okay, now we go to the second element, which is the shape and the mass. Okay, so just remember, shape refers to two-dimensional objects in art, such as paintings, sketches, and photography. Okay, while the mass refers to the three-dimensionality of the art, such as the sculpture and architecture. Okay, implied mass is when two-dimensional art implies mass. Okay, now we go to the third, the most interesting element of art, the color. Okay, color refers to visual perception that allows a person to differentiate objects due to the way various wavelengths of lights are reflected. Okay, now so this is the color wheel. Okay, it was invented in 1666 by Sir Isaac Newton, who mapped the color spectrum onto a circle. Okay, so the color, this one, the color wheel, is the basis of the color theory because it shows the relationship between colors. Colors that look good together are called a color harmony. Okay, so we are very much familiar with this color wheel since elementary days. We know this already. Okay, now we go to the properties of color. Okay, so we have here the hue, the saturation, and the value. When we say hue, this refers to the basic or pure color. And then the saturation, this tells us how vibrant the color is. And then when we say value, it tells us how dark or light the color is. So these are the properties of color. Now we go to the scheme, the color scheme. Okay, we have here, we have the monochromatic, we have the analogous, we have the complementary, we have the split complementary, we have the tetradic, we also have the tetradic. Okay, so we first know what is monochromatic color scheme. Okay, so monochromatic color refers to a color scheme that is comprised of variation of one color from the word mono, one color. Okay, look at this in the room. Okay, it uses blue. Okay, uses blue, and the tints, tones, and shades, the variation of it comes from the color blue. But still, the color blue is the only one color being used in it. Okay, that is monochromatic. This is a another example is this one. It uses yellow, okay, and the variations of that yellow color. That is monochromatic. From the word mono, it uses only one color with different variations. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now we go to the next, the analogous. Okay, this one, this is analogous color. This entails the use of 3 to 4 adjacent colors in the color wheel. Adjacent, ibig sabihin magkatabi na kulay sa color wheel. Okay, like this one. Okay, and look at the painting here. Okay, it uses analogous color. 3 to 4 colors that are next to one another. Okay, next to one another on the color wheel. Ito po yung analogous. Okay, like this one, yellow to yellow green to green and then dark green and that one. So magkatabi na kulay, 3 to 4 colors na ginagamit sa painting, that is analogous color scheme. Okay? Now we go to the complementary colors lie opposite each other on the color wheel. Okay, please observe this one. Okay, so this is complementary color, the violet and the yellow. Okay, so as you can see here in our example, okay, so that is complementary colors. Okay, this is composed by using two colors opposite each other on the color wheel, and this is the particularly contrasting of all color schemes, which attracts the most attention. And one of the primary challenges when working with it is to fulfill its balance. Okay, so let us also understand the complementary with I on the PLI and the PLE. Okay, so when we say complement na I, pag sinasabi compliment, this is a positive remarks, like expressing praise. Pag sinasabi naman na compliment, like this spelling, okay? Compliment naman, it is something that enhances, enriches, and completes another thing. Okay, that is complementary. Okay, now we go to the split. Yeah, this one, split complementary color scheme takes up a base color and two secondary colors. Please observe our example here. Okay, so the split complementary color is a color scheme that is created by selecting one color from the color wheel, like this one, violet. Okay, and then using one color from either side of its complementary colors. Okay, like this room. Okay, the violet room is accentuated with the help of the green. The slight yellow-orange is brought out with the help of lightning. Okay, so you can use this knowledge, as you arrange or as you design your room. Okay, so the base color is the main, while the secondary colors should only be the highlights and accents. Okay, so we are done with that. We now go to the triadic. Okay, triadic color scheme. This uses three colors that are of equal distance with each other. Okay, observe this one. This is triadic color. Opposite and of equal distance from each other. Okay, so this is a color scheme that uses three colors paired together in order to create a vibrant and playful feel. So as you can see this one, okay, this is the room with, it uses triadic color scheme. Okay, so we can see the, yes, we can see the orange here, then there is green, and then there is some violet or lavender in this corner. Okay, so this is an example of triadic color scheme. Okay, now we go to the tetradic. Okay, kindly observe the color wheel. Okay, this uses two pairs of complementary colors. Okay, so this type of color looks their best if only one color of the four colors are used as a dominant color. You should also strive as an artist, you should also strive for a balance of a warm or cool colors within the color scheme. So as you can see here in the picture, this is an example of tetradic color scheme. Okay? Now we go to the next element, which is the texture. Okay, texture is simply the feel or the appearance of the surface. Okay, it can be actual, it can also be implied. So as you can see here in the picture, this is actual. Actual texture can be felt tangibly, physically real. Okay, that is actual texture. Okay, so texture in art is, it is described as the way artists use their chosen medium to create a physical or tactile surface texture in their art. Okay, so kung lalapitan mo ito, it is very clear na rough yung surface niya. The texture is rough. Okay, and we go to the another type of texture, which is the implied. Implied texture is the illusion lang of physical texture experienced with our eyes. Okay, so it cannot be felt by touch, but which resemblance is achieved through the masterful use of artistic tools and materials. Okay, so parang kung tingnan mo siya, there is um, there is a rough texture, but then that is just an illusion. Okay, that is the talent na, no, of the artist, that it is an implied texture. It is just an illusion of physical texture. Okay, and we go to the value. Values are best understood when visualized as scale or gradient from dark to light. This is just how light or how dark the given color is, the value of your color. Okay, and we go to space. Okay, it's all about creating a system of shapes and lines that overlap and recede, making it look like the subject is in a 3D world. Okay, so we also have two types, the atmospheric perspective and the linear perspective. Okay, let's start here in the atmospheric perspective. It utilizes the properties of lights in depicting the illusion of distance. So parang may distance na, as you can see, but it is just an illusion, atmospheric perspective. And we have the linear perspective, a system of creating an illusion of depth on a flat surface. So parang pag tingnan mo siya, parang may space, but then um, it is just a the art, the skill, no, of the artist that makes it look like it has spaces there. Okay, and then we go to the time and motion. Okay, it can either be an illusion also, and it can also be actual. Now when we say actual motion, is easily seen in kinetic sculpture that moves with the wind, like this one. So this picture, in yung actual nito, may movement talaga siya. Okay, and then time and motion go hand in hand with one another. It completes their respective meaning. Okay, motion is art that changes with time. Okay, so we are done and we are now in the assessment. I have here some questions. Okay, so you can answer this one. First question, this refers to a prolongation of a point. What is your answer? Second, this type of sculpture has parts that can be moved with the wind. And then third, this color scheme involves using colors that are located beside each other in the color wheel. So ano yun? Yung colors na they are used, you are painting with the use of these adjusted colors. Okay, and this statement refers to a way the surface or objects looks like it may feel. Okay, is it rough? Is it smooth? Okay, and then this element number five, this element of art refers to an area with boundaries identified or drawn using lines. Okay, and number six, this type of texture refers to the real qualities of a physical surface of an artwork. Okay. And then number seven, this refers to brightness and dullness of color. And then number eight, this color scheme involves the use of four colors. Ano yung four colors yung gamit natin? What kind of color scheme? Number nine, this refers to the purity of a certain color. And then number 10, this type of perspective involves the use of properties of light and air to portray the illusion of distance. Is it texture? Is it space? Is it atmospheric perspective? Is it linear? Okay. So I hope that this will end our lesson on arts and its visual elements. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you get something in here that can be useful to your daily living. Okay, so you can design your room using different color scheme. You can use monochromatic, you can use tetradic. Okay, to I really hope that you can apply this um, scheme in your daily life. Okay, thank you so much and have a great day ahead. Good afternoon.